So we've changed the drive over now, so let's have a look at the performance on the new Samsung. Couple of things I'd probably check. Firstly, make sure trim is still enabled, so you can do that by having a look under About this Mac, check under More Info, and then System Report. Go to your serial ATA and just make sure trim is still enabled. You can see my Samsung SSD there. You can see that trim support is still enabled, so that's good. If it's not, you can get this little application called Trim Enabler, and it will enable trim for your SSD. I'm sure you can find that on Google. Anyway, let's have a look at the general performance of the machine. Now we've got it onto this Samsung SSD. First, let's check out the disk speed test. There we go. I'm just going to select and make sure I've got the right hard disk selected. So we'll pop it there. And we'll let the test run. It's pretty impressive. We're getting 340 meg writes, over 500 reads. Can't really ask for more than that at this point. Okay, so let's quit out of that. We'll maybe have a look at some of the application performance. So let's fire up Word. Then it's Excel. There we go. So I'm sure you can see it's pretty snappy. So the other thing we can have a look at is my machine, my Windows machine running in Parallels 8. It's suspended at the moment, so let's resume that. There we go. So this is a Windows 8 machine. It's running in Parallels 8. Let's have a look. It's got 8 cores allocated and 4 gig of RAM. So let's have a look at the performance index for it. The Windows Experience Index. It's showing a 6.5 overall, which isn't too bad. It's dragged down by the graphics because it's virtualized. Disk transfer rate is an 8.5. Yeah, it's pretty good. So let's try launching some of the apps. So Excel, there's Word, there's Project, Visio. It's pretty snappy, and it just works. It's very, very usable. So we'll get rid of that. So what I'll do is suspend the machine. Again, suspending and resuming machines on an SSD is just so quick. There we go, it's done. The only other thing I was going to show you really, if you look in here, I've got aliases to, let's have a look, 61 applications, which is a fair number. So let's see what happens when we try and open all of them. So we'll select all, right click and open. You can see them all streaming across the dock there. There we go. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Of course, now the downside is I've got to close all of them. But anyway, I thought you'd find that demonstration of the performance actually quite impressive. The SSD makes a world of difference to the way your machine performs, and if you know, personally, I'd say it's probably one of the biggest upgrades you can make to any machine. Get rid of that physical drive, put an SSD in it, and it'll feel like a whole new, brand new machine.